Hello everyone. Welcome to Happy Science Meditation Seminar. I'm Bobby Mai, Minister of Happy Science. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, let us recite Prayer to the Lord together. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord, El Cantare, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. O Lord, our Father, please protect this planet of love earth. Protect us from all evil and open a future for us. O Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for joining us today. We have been studying the true Eightfold Path. So today, we are going to study number 6, right speech. The Eightfold Path is a reflection method to discover the true self, which is the right state of mind that can be found by examining our thoughts and deeds objectively. Shakyamuni Buddha established 8 checking points through which people can examine their own thoughts and deeds, such as right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right will, and right meditation. Righteousness in the Eightfold Path does not imply a single set of model behaviors against which people can judge themselves to be right or wrong. It means a right state that can only be attained through deep contemplation. Today's subject is, as I mentioned, right speech. Words that love or harm others. Thoughtless words that harm both oneself and others. There is no end to our pursuit of speaking rightly. This is an endless effort. However, you may think that there is no problem if you can at least go to sleep peacefully at the end of the day, even if you listen to the tape that recorded what you said in the course of one day. If you listen to the tape and those words that are played back make you feel unsettled and do not permit you to sleep comfortably, you are in serious circumstances. If you listen to the tape and think your words were fairly good and can go to sleep without difficulty, there is no problem. You need to make effort to maintain such a level. The question we have to deal with now is, what do you do when you hurt others with your words? In such case, those words that hurt others remain in their minds for many years, but the person who spoke them often regrets them. Then most of people feel regret instantaneously, or the next day, or after 1 week, but cannot frankly admit that they were sorry. To my regret, more than 90% of all people cannot do so. For example, when you are working with a computer and input the wrong data, we need to correct it by entering modified information. If the new information is incorrect, we have to correct it again. We need to do such a troublesome work. In the same way, when you found your inputted wrong word, you need to replace it with a correct one. Without replacing it, you cannot balance your mind. You need to make every effort to replace it. I think there are many people who think they are disliked by others. What do you think about yourself? Do you think you are disliked by others? Or do you think you are liked by others? If you think you are disliked by others, examine yourself carefully. Usually, you are disliked because of the words you speak. Except for a few cases, you are disliked by others because of the words that you uttered thoughtlessly. If you say thoughtless words only once, others will ignore them. However, if you repeatedly speak such words, others will no longer endure them. They will finally think that you are a person who always speaks and thinks in such a way. Those who think they are disliked by others are those who have uttered words that could hurt others. They must have hurt others or harmed others' feelings, and yet they have not paid any action to what they have done. They think they are bullied or attacked by others, but the reason is often that they made thoughtless remarks that caused others to be irritated. If one's worry is caused by such a reason, it can be resolved in a few minutes. If he said, "I am very sorry for what I said to you," then his worry would be over and done with at once. Usually, people are not as cruel as to blame anyone who offers an apology. Looking at someone who feels regret for what he had done, people will no longer reproach him. Now let us watch Master Oka's lecture titled Right Speech.
I said before that the practice of self-reflection can contribute to harmonizing human relationships. What you say plays an important role in your relationships with others. If you reflect on yourself, you will realize that the most of the problems are caused by a careless use of words on your part. The words you utter very often put you in the situation where you must apologize to another. Not only Shakyamuni Buddha, but Jesus Christ too taught the importance of using words rightly. Not what goes into the mouth defiles a man, but what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man. In this statement, Jesus teaches the importance of speech. You may be familiar with the idea that words have their own soul and own power. In fact, language has a great spiritual power, and speaking is one of the most spiritual of human activities on earth. We hear words through the eardrum. which translates them into a sound with a particular vibrational frequency. In the spirit world, however, words are not transmitted through the vibration of air. The ideas are transmitted directly from one spirit to another. In this world, however, your thoughts are only transmitted to others through words. So if you want to know what you are thinking, you need to examine your speech. Analyzing your speech will clearly reveal your thoughts. The discipline of examining your own speech is essential. And self-reflection through checking language is, in a sense, easy. In the relation to the practice of right view, I have explained a method for reviewing your past, as if you are watching a silent movie. If you compare the movie to a comic strip, one frame of the movie is equivalent to one frame of a comic, without speech. The only thing you have to do is to add written speech to the picture. Looking at the picture, you have to recall what you said at a certain point in time. Then you will be able to remember what you said in that particular scene. To really be able to practice self-reflection on right speech, you need to remember what you have said and recall it. If you have hurt someone, it is most likely through a careless use of words, but often you will be unaware of this. So let me tell you the best way to check your speech. When you have said something, you must not turn your eyes away from the person you are speaking to. In reaction to your words, there will be some expression on the face of the other person. The reaction may be either positive or negative. The face may become brighter or a shadow may cross it. In one way or another, the other person receives the information you give and reacts to it. If you want to examine your speech, you should discipline yourself to watch the changes in facial expression of the person you are speaking to. Those who are careless and hurt others are notoriously inattentive to others' reactions to what they say. The moment they speak, they look away. Having said, "I don't like you," they cannot look the other person in the eye, so they look down or look away. When you speak to someone, check and see if you are watching the person's face to sense any change in expression. People who tend to speak carelessly do not usually look others straight in the eye. If you want to know if you are speaking rightly or wrongly, you have to check if you are in the habit of watching the other person's face after you have said something. If you do not, it is highly possible you are not speaking rightly. If you have said something wrong or harmful, it is a human instinct to look away and be unable to look the person in the eye. For this reason, when you say something, speak thoughtfully, so that you can watch the other person's expression while continuing to talk. When do you meet the other person's eyes and continue to watch their expression? It is when you say something to please others. If you say, "You are beautiful," you are sure to see the person look happy. When you say, "You are beautiful," or "You dress so elegantly," do you cast your eyes down? Having said, "It is a beautiful day, isn't it?" Do you look down? Only a few people do. When you anticipate that the other person will smile, it is natural to want to see the smile. Here I am attempting to explain the criteria for right speech. You don't need to wait till bedtime to know whether you spoke rightly. You can judge by the reaction of the person you are speaking to. Control your speech so that you can keep looking into the eyes of the person whom you are talking to. There may be a few eccentric people who smile with satisfaction to see the face of another harden or turn purple with rage. But they are the exception. They themselves will be aware they are abnormal. Of course, you may reflect in the evening on your speech during the day. Try to recall what you said during the day. If you say something, another will react immediately. The instant you notice you have said something wrong, apologize. If you notice you have hurt another person's feelings, whether or not you intended to wound, you must soothe the other person's feelings of hurt. You should always do this. Imagine you are playing tennis. If your first service gets caught in the net, you have another chance to serve. Similarly, the moment you think you have hurt someone, you can immediately say something else to offset the negative words. If there is a misunderstanding between you and another, correct it. Often it is simply a physical condition that is the cause of careless speech. Perhaps you have a muscular pain or are short of sleep or have even seekers of truth find it difficult to be pleasant. If they are suffering from these sorts of troubles, when you have slept well, eaten well, and feel full of energy, it is easy to speak rightly. But if you are short of sleep or tired from overwork, you may be unable to say the right thing. Coping with this is difficult. In cases like this, the last resort is to apologize and say, for example, "I'm sorry. I was feeling terrible because I'm short of sleep. Recently, I have been feeling exhausted from overwork, so may have been rude to you." Then the person who was hurt by your remarks will understand your position. If he has no idea why you made such thoughtless remarks, he will imagine it was his fault and suffer. So if you are in a bad shape, you should say honestly, "I'm sorry, I am not in good shape." If you feel it is too embarrassing to say sorry, just say, "I'm not feeling very bright." Adding a remark like this will make a great deal of difference to the situation.
Thank you, Master Okawa. How was the Master Oka's lecture? He told us the key for right speech is to talk with the person looking into the eyes and check the reaction of the person. Please give it a try in daily life. Now let us practice self-reflection on the words that love or harm others. What we are going to do is reflection on words of love. First, reflect on the past years to see if you have said good words or words that made other people happy. For example, did you give words of encouragement to others? If not, what could have you said to them? Did you talk about the most important things when you were asked for advice and when you were doing missionary work? Second point, reflection on harmful words. Please reflect on the past years to see if you have said words that harm, criticize, or trouble others. For example, if you did, think of what the person thought about your words. Think of how your guardian spirit and Buddha thought about your words. Think of the reason why you said such things. Then apologize in your mind to the person you have hurt. These are the process of self-reflection on right speech. Now let us recite prayer to guardian and guiding spirit. Prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. My guardian and guiding spirits, Deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day, may you help me develop my soul and refine my mind. Every day, may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this, I give my thanks. Let us practice right speech now. Sit straight and close your eyes lightly. Start breathing deeply. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe deeply and try to calm your mind. Now let us begin the self-reflection. Checkpoints are shown on the screen. Please begin. Please end your self-reflection. How was the reflection? Could you find the words of love which were spoken by your true self? Now let us practice meditation to have a dialogue with your guardian spirit. Just follow the guidance. Let us begin.
Now let's practice a slightly more advanced Zen meditation. I would like you to have a dialogue with your guardian spirit. If you meditate for a whole day in a Zen temple, you will get closer to a state in which you can do this sort of thing. But today we only have a short period of time. I wish you to have a conversation with your guardian spirit. Please straighten your back again and release the tension in your shoulders and arms. Now put your hands together in prayer. Bring the slight space between the base and tips of your thumbs in front of your mouth. Then tip your hands forward about 120 degrees. That's right. Please remain at ease. This posture is the one to use when inviting spirits. Maintain this posture and try the breathing concentration for a while. Now let us start to talk with our guardian spirits. Guardian spirits of those gathering in this hall today, we will start a dialogue with you now. For your part, you should imagine that your guardian spirit is sitting in front of you and facing you. Please start a dialogue with your guardian spirit on any problem bothering you these days. Begin this dialogue in your mind. Once you can feel your guardian spirit talking to you, move down your hands. Move your palms down till they are in front of your stomach. Continue the dialogue in a comfortable posture. Guardian spirits of each and every attendant, please give them proper advice. Provide appropriate suggestions in correcting the mistakes in their mind. How was your conversation? Did you receive any messages? Having a dialogue with your guardian spirit is one option when you are experiencing difficulty reflecting on yourself. Your guardian spirit will always come to help you when you are in such a state of concentration, and imagine them there. Regardless of your spiritual awareness, your guardian spirit will surely be with you, so you can discover mistakes in your way of thinking one by one. When you get used to it, you will become able to hear their advice. You do not need to be a psychic to hear them. You may hear it, or when you are reflecting on yourself, realizations will come one after another about the mistakes you made and what you can do about them. This method would also help you to find solutions to your worries. Before you begin your dialogue, first calm your troubled mind and quiet it with a breathing practice. Keep in mind to get rid of your worldly attachments before you begin conversing with your guardian spirit. You should not be hung up on so many things. Let go of your attachments and return to the state of mind of an infant, innocent, pure, and free, as you face your guardian spirit. Forget your current status, age, and everything, and be open-hearted. Then you will successfully have a conversation with the Spirit. When you do this for a long time with your eyes closed, occasionally you may experience your body start to rock. This may be caused by your guardian spirit or maybe by something else. So it might be a good idea for you to keep your eyes half open and vaguely direct your gaze about 1 meter ahead. If you wish to do it in the evening, just leave the light on to avoid complete darkness.
Thank you, Master Okawa. How was the meditation? Your guardian spirit is your true self, who knows yourself and the mission of life very well. Eightfold Path is the method to restore your true self as a divine nature. So please practice every day. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Salam. Bye-bye.